A 1983. Jefferson Nickel has been linked to values approaching $33,000 in the highest levels of the collector market, and that's exactly why experienced coin hunters never ignore this date. At first glance, it looks like a coin that should be everywhere. Common, ordinary, forgettable. But hidden among millions of 1983 nickels are rare errors, exceptional survivors, and overlooked treasures that have turned pocket change into serious money. Tonight, we're following the trail, and trust me, the most surprising clue comes at the very end. Most treasure hunts begin with something obviously rare: a gold coin, a silver dollar, a centuries-old artifact, not a 1983 nickel. That's what makes this story so interesting. In 1983, America was entering a new chapter. Personal computers were appearing in homes. Arcades were packed with players. New technology was changing everyday life. Meanwhile, at the U.S. Mint, production lines were moving fast. Millions of Jefferson Nickels rolled off the presses. Most entered circulation immediately. Most lived ordinary lives. But a small number emerged carrying mistakes, and others survived in remarkable condition, while their counterparts became scratched, worn, and damaged. Today, collectors search relentlessly for those hidden survivors, because sometimes the best treasure is hiding where nobody thinks to look. Every 1983 Jefferson Nickel started as a blank metal planchet. These blanks traveled through high-speed presses, where dies struck Jefferson's portrait onto one side and Monticello onto the other. The process was efficient, fast, relentless. Thousands of coins could be struck every hour. And whenever machines operate at that scale, unusual things happen. A die may crack, a planchet may shift, a foreign object may interfere with the strike, a die may begin deteriorating long before it gets replaced. Most defective coins are caught. Some escape. Those escaped pieces become today's treasures. Let's examine the clues. Our first discovery isn't always dramatic. In fact, many people miss it completely. A die crack develops when a striking die begins to fracture from repeated use. The damaged die transfers those cracks onto every coin it strikes. The result appears as raised lines across the surface. Small die crack examples often sell between $15 and $75. Larger, more dramatic cracks can reach $100 to $400, exceptional examples. Showing advanced die deterioration may exceed $500 when collector demand is strong. The appeal isn't just rarity, it's the story of a tool slowly breaking down while continuing to strike coins, but the next clue is much easier to spot. Now imagine a planchet entering the press slightly out of position. The strike occurs anyway. Part of the design misses the coin. The result is an off-center error. Collectors love these because they're immediately recognizable. No magnification required. A small off-center strike may sell for $75 to $200. Moderate examples often bring $250 to $800. Large off-center strikes with a visible date can exceed $500. The more dramatic the displacement, the stronger the collector interest tends to be. And yet some of the most exciting discoveries require a closer look. This is where careful treasure hunters gain an advantage. A doubled die is created during die manufacturing. The doubling becomes part of the die itself and appears on every coin struck by that die. Look closely at letters, numbers, and design details. That's where genuine doubling often reveals itself. Minor doubled die examples can sell between $100 and $300. More noticeable examples frequently command $500 to $2,000. Strong, certified doubled dies in premium condition may climb even higher. Many collectors spend years searching for authentic doubled dies because finding one feels like uncovering a hidden code left behind by the mint. But another clue may be hiding where nobody expects. Not every treasure comes from damaged equipment. Sometimes it comes from something entering the striking chamber: grease, metal fragments, tiny debris. When the strike occurs, the obstruction prevents part of the design from forming normally. The result is a struck-through error. Minor examples often bring $25 to $100. More dramatic struck-through errors commonly sell between $150 and $700. Rare examples involving unusual foreign material may exceed $1,000. Collectors appreciate these, because each one captures a unique moment of chaos during production. No two are exactly alike. Before striking, blanks must be punched from large metal sheets. Occasionally, the punching process overlaps. Part of the blank is missing. The coin is struck anyway. The result is a clipped plancher error. Small clips typically sell for $75 to $250. Larger clips often bring $300 to $800. Exceptional examples with dramatic visual appeal can exceed $200. The beauty of this error is simplicity. One glance tells you something unusual happened, and collectors love errors that don't require explanation. Now we move into more dramatic territory. Sometimes a die doesn't merely crack, it breaks. When part of the die breaks away, large raised areas or unusual metal formations can appear on the struck coin. These are often called die break errors. Smaller examples may sell for $100 to $300. More significant die breaks frequently reach $500 to $1,500. Major examples with strong visual impact can command even more. These coins represent a production problem that became impossible for mint workers to ignore, yet some escaped anyway. And those survivors are highly collectible today. At this point, you might think the error determines the value. Only partly. The real multiplier is condition. Imagine two identical error nickels. One spent years in circulation, the other remained untouched. The difference can be staggering. Professional grading services evaluate original luster surface preservation strike quality contact, marks overall eye appeal. A coin graded mint state can be worth several times more than the same coin in circulated condition. As grades climb higher, values often accelerate dramatically. This is especially true for modern nickels, because while many were produced, very few survived in exceptional condition. That's the hidden challenge. Finding the error is only half the battle. Finding it in elite condition is where the real treasure begins. Now let's return to the number that started this hunt. The stories of 1983. Jefferson Nickels approaching $33,000 don't involve ordinary pocket change. They involve extraordinary survivors, coins preserved with remarkable care, coins certified among the finest known examples, coins that escaped circulation almost entirely. When rarity, demand, and elite grading converge, values can rise far beyond what most people imagine possible for a nickel. That's why advanced collectors never stop searching. They know extraordinary finds still exist. Right now, somewhere in a forgotten drawer, an old coin jar, a family collection, or an unopened album, a 1983 Jefferson Nickel is waiting. Maybe it's carrying a subtle doubled die. Maybe it's an overlooked off-center strike. Maybe it's simply an exceptionally preserved survivor that nobody has examined closely. That's the thrill of the hunt. The treasure may already exist. The discovery simply hasn't happened yet. And the next time a 1983 Jefferson Nickel crosses your path, remember?